Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Best of Luck here. And today we're going to be talking about the 80 years 2-pack wave of the X-Men Juggernaut versus Colossus. Now, this 2-pack I've been meaning to find almost everywhere. Walmart or possibly Walgreens, Target, what else? Just everywhere in general. So the other day I got so lucky that this 2-pack was the last one on wherever they're at, right? You get me. Well, it was the last one, so I was fortunate enough to pick it up. Now, let's take a closer look at their accessories and let's see what they got. First off, we're going to be taking a look at Colossus's hands. These are his hands, how they look like. I like how they look. They got this new silver paint to it. It's almost like how he looks like in the comic books. And they have this really glossy look. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I really like this paint detail they did on Colossus. The same thing as this one here. Nothing special, but the one thing that I don't like is they could have made this gray part here same color texture as the ones on his hands. But I'm not gonna complain too much about that. I mean, we can't always get what we want, right? Anyway, but enough of that. Let's take a look at Colossus. Now this is how Colossus looks like. Now this is a really cool Colossus because this resembles the classic Colossus that we all know. And I really like this one. It reminds me, or it actually is, from the Toy Biz era. That Colossus was my first ever Marvel Legends back in the day in 2003, 2004, somewhere around that time. But anyway, yeah, they done a major upgrade on this guy. He's very silvery, as you can see. I just wish they could have added another face of Colossus. Maybe him being mad or a beat up face like how they did with Juggernaut. But man, this is a really cool Colossus. They really upgraded their figures. This is how it looks on the bottom. And you can take these off, these wristbands, and just add this one. It almost looks a little weird if I take off the wristbands on both sides. Yeah, he looks a little weird, like if he's naked or something. So I recommend not taking these wristbands off. I think they look a lot better with when he has them on. Now that we looked into that, let's take a look at more of what he got. So this right here, it's kind of hard to move around because it's hard plastic. Same thing with this one here, but I'm not gonna complain too much about that because I think this figure is really awesome. And this belt here, it is movable, but I wouldn't recommend taking it off. And I don't know if this paint smudge got into mine. I don't know how. Maybe that's how it came with everybody, but yeah, maybe I just add a little more paint in there. But like I said, I just wish they could have added another head sculpt for Colossus. Maybe him being angry or a beat up face. But yeah, that's what his toes or his feet look like. Now, let's take a look at the articulation. So his head goes up that far and down that far. So his hands or arms go that far. He's only got a single elbow joint. That's how far it goes. And he's got a ball hinge here that goes that far. And His hands are detachable, of course, because he does come with 2 extra hands. He's got an ab crunch. He goes full 360, and he can kick that far and that back. He's got a thigh swivel that goes full 360. He's got a double jointed knee that goes that far, and his ankle can go, well, it's kind of hard, but I'm not gonna try and break it because I really like this Colossus. And he's got an ankle swivel as well. Well, kinda. Oh, there you go. And that is it for Colossus. Oh wait, I forgot. This figure measures at about 7.5 inches tall. Now let's take a look at Juggernaut. Now Juggernaut comes with these 2 interchangeable hands. I like this hand a lot better because it looks like he can, fight with the Hulk, so you can just grab him. And this one, he can, grab a leg, maybe Wolverine's leg, and slam him or something. But these things are detachable. I wouldn't recommend taking them off because they are kind of a hassle, especially with this. But yeah, as you can see, they added some detail on his hands, the veins coming out. And he's got a bit of chipped nails, as you can see. Same thing with this hand here. I just wish they could have added a darker tone on his fingernails, just to add a little more detail to it. Now his head here. I like this head because they added some detail to it. As you can see, the eye here, he's got a purple eye. You can kind of see the red inside his eye. And his swollen part here, I really like that. It's really detailed. And a busted lip right there. And I don't know if you can tell, but his nose is a little crooked as well. Can you guys see that? I see it. But yeah, I really like this head sculpt. Hasbro is doing a good job on their figures lately. Now on this head, or this helmet, I think it's really cool because you can kind of see some gray wash in it, and some scratches, maybe like Wolverine fighting him in the back as well. It almost looks like his head exploded or something, but I don't know. And you can see just like some handle here that you can fit on his head. It doesn't really hold that well. But yeah, you get what I mean, right? Anyway, now for the main figure itself, Juggernaut. Now, this figure stands at about about 8.5 inches tall. Can you guys see that? About that size. This figure is really huge. Almost as big as the Hulk figure from the 2-pack with Wolverine. But yeah, I like to see this figure with the Hulk clashing against each other. And you can kind of see his face a little bit. Right there. Right there. He's got a chipped tooth there. Now I don't have the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure from a few years ago. I mean, I wouldn't want to have it now that I have this Juggernaut, because I think it would be a waste of money to get him. Anyway, but yeah, this Juggernaut resembles the first look we got back in the day, a few years ago. The first time we saw Juggernaut. This is a really good figure. I recommend getting this. Now his head is detachable. You can add the one where he's busted up. I think it's in there. But yeah, that's how he looks like. He's got a small head for a big guy, don't you think? And this is how he looks like with the busted helmet. I think that looks really badass, I'm not gonna lie. But if only if it could stay still, because it just comes off real easy. Look. See? But yeah, that's how he looks like. Now, these things, these gauntlets, they do come off. These things here, I forgot to mention, this comes off real easy. Because it's a really small peg. So if you're trying to bend his wrist, I recommend bending the forearm first, and then you can do that. Now, like I said, these two comes off real easily, so I'm gonna show you how he looks like with his interchangeable hands. Oh my god. These things just come off real easily. The one thing I don't like about this Juggernaut is that he has really loose accessories. Look, watch me take this off and the whole thing is gonna come apart. Just watch. Wow. Actually, this one was actually kind of hard to take off. There we go. So that's how he looks like with the relaxed hands, you could say. But yeah, like I said, he does have accessories that do come off real easily, so I wouldn't recommend taking these gauntlets off. So and I like the paint detail they added on this guy. It's really crimson red, like how he is in the comic books. I'm gonna take this off so he can look like the Juggernaut. And they added some veins here, just a little bit, but not as much as the one they did on Toy Biz back in the day. But this is my favorite new Juggernaut figure. Now for the articulation, his head goes that far up and he goes that far down. He's got an ab crunch that goes that far and that far up. And I'm kind of afraid to move the here, but you know what I mean, right? He's got a single jointed elbow. He's got a ball hinge here. And he's got a 360 waist swivel. His legs go that far up or far out. Kicks that far out. And that back. He's got a single knee joint. Now his boots, they don't rotate. It's just, that's all you get. And that is it for Juggernaut. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment anything on the comments below in case if I missed on something. Until then, keep on collecting figures out there, guys, and I'll keep reviewing more.